Hey everybody, welcome back. In this video I want to talk about album art, and specifically album art for music. Alright, here are the symptoms. Let's say that you've got, a secondary hard drive in your computer that has a whole bunch of audio on it. But when you go to the audio page, there are no thumbnails. How do you fix that in an efficient way? Not in a tag every single one way. Here's how you do it. First, you want to go to the web admin. So much is done there. And if you don't know how to go to the web admin page, just check my other videos. But once you get there, click on Files and Media and Cover Art. Now, I would actually not recommend using cover art for music. I would say just use it for DVDs, and here's why. This is a sweet little program that will search Amazon.com and it will find, it'll come back with several pictures for you to choose from. And not only that, it can also pull the Amazon attributes, so like the artist, the performer, the director name, all these things, it can attach to the media all for you automatically. So it works really well with your DVDs and such. But for music it doesn't work as well, because it searches each track individually. So if you got an album with 20 songs in it, you're going to have to come through here and select the same picture 20 times just for one album. And that's not very efficient. And for those of you guys who have like thousands of songs in your database, that's going to be a pain in the neck to go through and tag 1,000 things. So I'd say just use cover art for the DVDs, and make sure you click match cover art down here when you're done. But there's a different thing you should use for audio. So you want to go back to Files and Media, click Media Files Sync. Okay, now it looks like there's nothing here, but this is actually one of the most powerful things in terms of editing your media and the tags for those media. On the left you got a hierarchy of folders. You got home, public, data, and then the standard audio, pictures, documents, and videos. Now in my previous video I told you guys to save your media in a certain place, and this is where it comes into play. It's pointing to the exact spot where I told you guys to save the media. And so if I click on something on the left, it will display the contents in the pane on the right. Now that's important. It was a little confusing to me at first, but clicking on the left shows the content in the right. But if you click on something on the right, you go into the edit attribute page. So when I click on the audio folder on the right side, it takes me into this thing to edit the content, or not the contents, but sorry, just the attributes of that folder. And so it can be a little confusing. You might think, where's the stuff that's supposed to be in here? Well, there's a button at the top that says show content, and that will show you what's inside the folder. And you notice that there's nothing here right now. That's because my media is not in this folder. It's actually on the second hard drive. So, but I just want to clarify that, clicking on the left shows you what's in it. Clicking on the right edits the attributes. So there's another folder over here on the left called Other. Now this is where Linux MCE puts your secondary hard drives and your Windows shares. So anything that's detected on the network in Linux MCE is put here that's not on this computer. And so here's my secondary hard drive. I'm going to click on the left because I actually want to see what's inside of it. And then now I got the folders of that hard drive. I'm going to click Music. And so now I see my music. And I used the Windows layout, unfortunately, just because I ripped all this media when I was in Windows. But so I got it sorted out as artist at the top, and then within that is a folder with the album name, and then within that folder is the tracks. So let's just pick one. Let's go with Audio Adrenaline. I'm going to click on the left, and so now I see on the right the name of the album. So that's where you want to get to. You want to get to the album name and click on it. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go to the internet and find a picture for each one of your albums. And I'm sorry, it's going to take a long time, but once you do it, it's done. And you should save those pictures save it in each individual album, and call it cover.jpg. Yeah, it's very important it's a JPEG because that's the only one that Linux MCE can use. But save that cover art into the album itself as cover.jpg and then get to this page. So I'm editing the attributes for the album itself, and I click on Browse, and you want to find that that picture that you just downloaded. So I'm going to go try to find it, and I'll try to be quick. I'm going to go to Home, Public Data, Other, and it's just like I did over here on the left pane. And it's going to have to think for a while, and then I'm going to click on my second hard drive, Music, and etc. Whoops, went to the wrong folder. Okay, so I'm going to select that JPEG and click Add Picture. Alright, so it pops up, shows that it's good, and what you got to do, what you've just done is tagged the album itself with this picture. Now you got to tag each individual track, but luckily you can do it at once. So click on this button that says Edit Attributes for all files and directory. So now it's showing me all of the things that are inside of that folder I just added a picture to. Make sure you only have music checked. Like I got the picture in here, you want to uncheck that. So all of the music is selected. I'm going to do the same thing, browse, and it's nice because it keeps your file browser in the same place, so I can just find it really easily now. And then add the picture again, and that's it. And so now I've just added a picture to the album and all the tracks. And what you can do is just go through all of your music through this route. You can also edit the individual attributes of each song. You know, what you do is you would click on the song name on the right, and you know, here are the attributes: album, genre, performer, release date, title, track, things like that. But so then you can close out of here and see if it works. So we'll go to audio and scroll down to where that should be. See, that was Audio Adrenaline, Adios. Okay, now here's the album. There should be a picture here, but there's not. If you click on it, well, there's pictures inside. So each track has a picture, but the album doesn't. Now here's something weird. This must be a glitch or something, but it takes a little while. For some reason, you know, it takes, I don't know how long, maybe a few hours, maybe it's 20 minutes. But the picture is here, it just hasn't made its way to the cube yet. So what I always do is I just come back in the morning and then it's there. So maybe, you know, this will be fixed in the next one, but if you did it the way I showed you, you should be good to go. And then you can go through and do all your media, and then you'll have nice, pretty cover art to help you recognize it rather than just reading the title. So that's it for that, guys. In my next video, I'm going to talk about using this the search in the sort functions down here, because when I first started out, I was really confused. Sorry, my alarm just went off. I was really confused by, you know, all these things, and they didn't seem to be working right, and it just was very frustrating to me. So I'm going to talk about that in the next one, and hopefully that will help. But alright guys, I hope that helped. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.